Last time in the Gravitas legacy, May received numerous promotions while her girlfriend Siobhan was fired from the business career. Siobhan got a new job in the law career, and the two decided to adopt a son, Valentine Gravitas. Life has changed in the Gravitas household since the early years of the legacy. Instead of partying all night and spending their days in coffee shops, Siobhan woke in the wee hours of the morning to potty train her son. May, who has become sick with itchy plum bob, slept in as Siobhan took care of the child rearing for the time being. Siobhan was already having her early morning cup of coffee by the time May woke up and came downstairs to cook breakfast, and soon everyone headed to work and daycare for the day. Siobhan had a rough day at work. Her boss confronted her and started yelling about a document being late. This would happen several times over the course of her law career. And according to the chance card, it isn't the first time her hot-headed boss has blamed her for something she didn't do, which is saying something considering that she hadn't been at her job in the law career for all that long. Somewhat headstrong herself, Siobhan defended herself, and her boss apologized. While everyone was away at work, though, I decided to sneak in and do a total house rebuild. Some of the walls and windows have been getting all these issues where they don't fade away properly when I am close up, and it's getting old. Please ignore the toddler in the yard as he is actually at daycare. Valentine is just an illusion. The house is now a tiny house again, but only receives reduced bills, not increased skill gains, due to its size. I matched it stylistically to the house behind them, which I believe belongs to Sergio and Joaquin. Besides the exterior, the color scheme remains the same inside. Valentine has a slightly larger room than he did, since he'll have to share with his sibling eventually, and the Gravitas family will now get to experience the joy of laundry. Just as her new house was finished, May took a rather gross sample of food from a vendor and was shocked that it was delicious. I, meanwhile, zoomed into her radio to check out the new Carnival Beats station. When May and Valentine came home, May was still suffering from her itchy plum bob. While Val was playing in his room like the angelic toddler he is, May relaxed on the couch until Siobhan came home with news that she had been promoted to file clerk. Apparently, telling off your boss can get you a promotion. Seems like a good thing to practice in your everyday life. Now that both ladies are home, it's time to get ready for their first night on the town since adopting Valentine. Now, a few thousand doses of medicine for May first. Siobhan read Valentine to sleep before the two headed to the Shrieking Llama. May became rather enraged by the business's choice in bins, which was an interesting reaction. A lot of their friends were at the bar as well, including Eva, Makey, Ulrike, Jade, and Mila. May ended up rather inspired by the good night she had and made friends left and right. The next day was Saturday, and May slept in. Moira, Siobhan's mother, came by early with a cupcake for her daughter and to chat. Once May woke up, they invited a bunch of friends over for the day, and May unlocked the people person lifestyle, to absolutely no one's shock ever. She would be shortly followed by her lovely girlfriend Siobhan. Sunday was decoration day, the first day of winter. This means baking in my game, which led, of course, to flames. Fortunately, May didn't burn down the entire house this time, proving that she does learn. May achieved the next level of her aspiration, and then, since it had been a while, May invited Candy over and cemented Candy's place as her best friend. Candy gained the adoring sentiment for May while they were at it, which was just about the cutest thing I'd ever seen. Siobhan was promoted again to legal secretary and proceeded to do her promotion dance. Shortly after, Diego called to politely inform her that he had a crush on her. Diego, sweetheart, no, you're gay and Siobhan is in a committed relationship with a woman. I think you're confused and maybe want a part in the playable life. Which I'm not against. I like you. But still. May and Siobhan went on a date to the spice market so that May could try some of the food stalls. May, of course, made friends with the vendors and grabbed a number of taquitos and empanadas to bring home. The next day, the lady slept in while Valentine grabbed a grilled cheese sandwich and then toddled in to play with his blocks. Val has been an incredibly biddable and angelic toddler, which has made his watcher's life much easier. However, his birthday fast approaches. May received news of her promotion to restaurant raider and then mostly ignored it in favor of baking her son's birthday cake. Val flipped through a book and then played with some toys while his mom talked to herself in the mirror. The family that skills together stays together. After Siobhan came home, the birthday party began. All the young professionals were invited and the entire Fires family. May brought Val to the cake, and in a whirl of smoke that's not quite as good as a proper age-up animation, Val aged into a child. I then spent several minutes trying to figure out if any of the traits necessary for the Venus generation were available from childhood, but they were not. So I randomized, and Val became an art lover. Since I had already assigned him the creativity aspiration, this was perfect. While putting his skin details back on, I congratulated myself again on how adorable he is. His favorite colors are blue and green, and his specific creative hobby is piano. So for his birthday, May and Siobhan decided to get him a keyboard in his favorite colors of blue and green. Everyone worked on skills for the rest of the day, and May wrote a book of poetry about her life at home, potentially because she's missing her single days, as brief as they were. While she was working on her book, Val told her, "I got a present that I think is dumb. I want to trade it with a friend or give it back. Can I do that?" After deliberation and the realization that Valentine had no friends, May told him, "Sure, give it to someone else." However, I am now realizing that he was perhaps referring to the keyboard she gave him, and I am concerned. May finished her book, and Siobhan got another promotion, this time to paralegal. In more work news, May was served a soapy-tasting dish, which she most definitely did not appreciate. Her scathing review actually netted her a performance boost, which makes sense since everyone loves some good old-fashioned negativity. Sadly, she did not get her promotion, though, since neglecting your job in favor of your son's party doesn't really lend to that. Domestic winter scenes ensued that night and into the morning. Siobhan and Valentine decided to decorate their Winterfest tree, while May fought off yet another illness. Soon, Winterfest would arrive, as would May's birthday. So many questions lay ahead, but the tree sparkled on. If you liked this episode, please comment, like, and subscribe. I am planning to start a rotational gameplay save, which will have episodes that are likely out sometime over the weekends. If you're interested in that, please comment whether you'd be more interested in a Strangerville rotation with added characters of the Roswell's daughter and Michael Batchelor, a Willow Creek and Oasis Springs rotational, or an entirely original Oasis Springs rotational, some of which I have detailed in my build and cast videos. As always, thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome day. Bye!